time-consuming, but not anymore. This mini chainsaw is the perfect tool for cutting smaller trees and branches. Now you can trim those overgrown branches and clean up your yard faster and easier.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided.
So off the rip, she calls herself a baby mother. Off the jump, she labeled herself as a baby mother. What makes this worse is that this woman with makeup on, who's hiding the inner ugliness, also has fake hair. That's somebody else's hair. For people that don't understand, that's very demonic. Absolutely 100% demonic. This is what the evil women used to do back in the biblical days. Back in the days when the Quran was written, when religion was first, made. They had an opposite of religion. They laughed about it. They made religion for quality control for basically the bourgeoisie and the lower class. The bourgeoisie is the middle class. They don't want it to be too high. And then you have the lower class, the poor, the peasants. And this is one ritual they used to do. The women of hierarchy used to go to the pretty slaves and the pretty bourgeoisie and the peasants, and they used to cut their hair. And they used to wear their hair, sew it together as they do now, knit it together as they do now, and walk around with somebody else's hair. Absolutely demonic.
To give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have.
Right there. If you can hear it, or if you want to go watch it yourself, I'm not sure about the copyright infringement. But as you can see, as this woman is talking about his kid, you can see that she is structured and groomed in a civil case. My elaboration on that. She now knows, and that's why she taped and filmed the whole situation, that she can probably win a suit of either custody or you have to pay some type of child support. So as you can hear, she tries to get professional with how she invokes her opinion and how she articulates herself. And she's practicing so she can achieve the accomplishment of pleasing the white man. So now, this is what we often go through. So now I have here a bum-ass broad who nobody's gonna marry, with multiple kids by multiple dudes, wearing makeup on TikTok in somebody else's hair. Maybe one of my cousins from India or somebody else's cousin from one of them Hispanic countries. She's in here costumed out, hiding her inner ugliness, getting mad about money, getting mad about a situation where the father provided for the child. This woman, if you haven't seen the video, denied her baby daddy and her baby, the youngest baby, access to each other to have a lunch. Her argument is, well, you're the last baby father I had. You should still be on my FWBs, my friend with benefits, and feed the rest of my kids to take the place of their missing father, the other 3. Does it look like the baby father is intentionally just feeding his child without feeding the rest of her kids, and that's why she's fed up? Yes. He's totally. But however, he's entitled He's entitled to feel that way, and he's entitled to do that with his children, with his child, because had he not shown up anytime without no McDonald's, she would bash him again and say he doesn't do anything. Now, what often happens is these type of women, they stay groomed up to impress the white man to destroy the black love. I gave him a baby and that's that. There's no marriage involved. In common law is often swept under the table, this is illegal. Having multiple children with multiple men, this is illegal. There's a lot of illegal stuff going on here. For the simple fact, it starts problems. Men start to target other men. They share the baby mother, and their children are siblings. However, they will fight each other. They'll perhaps kill each other. Some of them are still in love with this woman. The common law was written to forbid this, to stop that action on the land. Now they took the common law and based it off the native people. The Native Americans were basically married to who they were married to without paperwork. So if you go to a place where there were tribes of Indians, you would see there were families of Indians. It wasn't homosexuality either. It was a woman, a man, and their children. Just because they didn't have an altar, a pastor, a priest, doesn't mean that that wasn't their commitment. So when the pilgrims came to this land and they seen that type of commitment, they liked how it worked.
For kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child.
See?
So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah.
She says it with a smile. However, when these women in America get child support, they buy the expensive makeup. They spend thousands, hundreds to thousands of dollars on bundles of other people's hair. Now, I had dreadlocks for 8 years and literally sat on my head. Those 8 years was the most hatred I've ever had in my life. And I'm native Negro. You understand that? That means I'm from the East Coast. My dreads, it took 6 months for my hair to lock, and my hair did not stop growing. Had I not been stabbed in my head and hurt that way, I would have still had my hair. Maybe, as you can see, I grew it down. Understand where this is going. So now she wants a relationship so she can have her cake and eat it too. All she's going to do is call one of her baby fathers if she has access to them and let them know about the latest baby father's actions. So that brings an opportunity for one of the old baby fathers. You have a blast from the past now to come get some you know what from her if he steps to the newest baby father. And honestly, men is going to be men. So now you have other baby fathers, her previous baby fathers, looking at the newest one, say, yeah, you better do this for my kid. Maybe she was cheating with him on them. You better do this for my children also. So now you have a gain of power here, which is very unfair. I was going to maximize it, but like I said, the copyright, I don't know what's going on.
But my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that
comes with the relationship. Right. It's just like when you're friends with benefits and then you just cut off the benefits, you're just friends. So sleeping in the bed together is free. Hello. You cut that benefit off, because if you if you never cut that benefit off, you'd probably still be buying it because you already told them. She's probably cheating with another person. Once again, she's articulating herself in a proper manner to impress the white man and the white woman in court who don't care nothing about us and will give her the leverage to make it look like it's the right thing to pay her and get her paid every week or every month or somebody else's hard labor while she's out here thotting and bopping. You have 4 kids. You're probably talking to somebody else without kids. Right now. You probably cheated on your latest baby father with another dude to try to start the whole cycle over. And once again, America, they allow this behavior. Child support. America, you're not paying us millions of dollars each year in salary. America, when it comes to DSS, disability, welfare, you're not paying millions and millions of dollars just to live in the hundreds or $1,000 society. You're just not doing it. Has you pay us $1 million a year and our rent is only $1,000 a month, and everything around us, food, clothing, entertainment, was only hundreds of dollars and tens of dollars, and $1 million surpasses everything that we have to pay for, life would be easier. You purposely do this so you can keep your children, your white people, yes, you keep your white children employed so you can give them the correctional officer jobs, the police officer jobs, right? The jobs at the IRS and the tax office, the jobs at the DSS building, even though you got a bunch of immigrants that work there that's sellouts. You can see the racism in those in those workers, the receptionists at the desk. They talk to you like you're scumbags when you're there to apply for health benefits, SNAP, or the $95 that's every 2 weeks or a month. You see it. They want you to submit to them. They want to be bossy to you, right? And now you have her who's taking advantage of the black man, the colored folks. No matter what ethnicity you are, when you come to America, you're an American. As you can see in the camera right now, I'm a different color. The sun is up, vibrant, looking good, vibing on it, right? My life was totally different than everybody else that migrated over here and claimed a different ethnicity. I learned going bald, the bald pattern, is actually in the mother's genes. This bullshit about you going bald because your father's bald has nothing to do with you. That shows the other side of the earth, of the world, of society, or what we live in, and spinning the word degree. If a yawn is contagious and a sickness is contagious, then other things are contagious.
Petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's
Finna.
and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not.
And she's saying it with a smile. So the father came with a Happy Meal and an orange high C drink. He's begging and pleading just to give this to my kid or let him come out. Just to know daddy's here for you. Because he's not with her 24/7. For all we know, she can be, mistreating the youngest one that she had with him. It happens. In America, you tend to be like, oh, that's wrong for you to say, because you don't know if it's going down or not, but you hear and you see stuff all the time about mistreatment.
Not going, and then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else has to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody...
You see how she keeps pitching in and out when she articulates herself with ghetto-ness because she's finna do this, and oh, well, and this, that, and the third. But she has this stern, firm voice that works in court, or how an officer comes down on you. This shit is sickening. Sickening. You know what it is? It's religion. As soon as you teach Eve ate the forbidden fruit and messed up the whole world, that's what it's taught. It's a wrap. Every woman that knows that or learns that, she's gonna live the rest of her life in the most horrific way. She wants everybody jealous. She wants everybody ugly except the person that she chooses. Except for her Adam. She wants everybody penalized. Everybody judged. As a Native American, and honestly and truthfully, there was no such thing as religion. Alright? So these people that constructed religion knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly how to divide and conquer. Because the religion that the natives had was the celebration of the earth. It wasn't no Bible or Quran or anything. If you look at the very first religion before it was altered, you can see that Shiva and Vishnu were hunters. Kind of like tribal Indians. You see the celebration, which is puja, is a party, a festivity. Not a prayer, but they used to hum to the sun and hum to the moon and dance and party with each other 24/7. So the opposite of this fictional God that we know is a fictional beast, which is a devil. And for some reason, the red skin of the devil resembles an Indian. The horns, you know how Indians used to kill the animal, the beast, for the family so they could eat. And as a reward and as a trophy, they would wear feathers and horns. Doesn't this sound kind of familiar, my Indian people? If you don't know the definition of Indian, it's the original people in the original body of land. So wherever white people are from, they're still Indians. You understand that? So why does it look like, because you have this beast which they call a devil and is lived backwards, why is it that when you live devilish, you live in an Indian type way, a native type way, which was barbaric, animalistic, and, I guess evil, but it was natural? Why is that? You have to explain that to me. The dark side. So listen, like I said, when I first was introduced to God and I was introduced to religion, I knew it wasn't a person like Poseidon with a pitchfork. I knew that it was the world. It's the universe. It's the spin and rotation of the earth. It's how the stars is here. It's how everything is made. How you plant a seed and the tree grows. It's the science within the earth that happens. That's of God. That's what I thought. I never thought about a white man or a man, period. Right? So, like I said, the first religion is Hinduism. And they were hunters. Vishnu was a hunter. Shiva was a hunter. That made them godly because they conquered where they were. They conquered the earth. There was nothing better than them. You understand that? You understand the prophecy of it? So if you are what you eat and you conquer the land, you conquer the earth, then that's what you are. You're some type of God, right? Because God, the earth didn't defeat you yet.